Thank you. Thank you, Guillermo. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to thank you and thank ChildFund Australia so much for organizing this event, and for giving us the space to share what we are witnessing on the ground. We really feel the solidarity and also your commitment to try to make a difference and to continue our work in Gaza. So I will try to answer your question. If you can go to the next slide, I have included an idea of our operational footprint in Gaza. We have managed to reach over 500,000 people over the past 2 years and a half. This is really massive and also massive for our previous, let's say, size. I am proud to say that we've been able to grow and adapt to try and attempt to meet the needs. As you can see, we have a widespread operational presence. It's 2 offices and warehouses, a lot of staff, over 150 staff, and we are scattered at the same time. This is one of the answers that I can give you. We have different support offices. The central one is in Ramallah in the West Bank. There is also an important support office in Amman, where the international staff is mostly based because we are able to access Palestine only at times. There is colleagues, for example, that in the beginning of the war have managed to exit Gaza, so they are in other countries and they're still helping. So one of the first things that I can say is that really we have to put in sorry, coordination effort because we are really scattered. Next slide, please. However, we managed to be present and to deliver. You have here some few, let's say, numbers. As you can see, one of the most important sectors for us is water. We have reached almost 445,000 people in the Gaza Strip. We are assisting around 4,000 children with learning in a context where really the education is severely disrupted. Around 50,000 people with food assistance, and around 115,000 people that received other items. This can be hygiene kits, soap, all different types of materials that really are needed for basic survival. However, this is really happening in a context where we have severe operational challenges. From the, let's say, programming point of view, there is no such thing as planning and delivering within timeline, etc. The population moves a lot according to displacement evacuation orders and military operation evolution. So we ourselves have to adapt and change and be flexible and very quick to try to meet the needs of the population. As I was saying, the access is severely restricted. It's heavily bureaucratic. I will mention it when it's next slide. Thanks everyone for helping. That was fine, Guillermo. You can stay on the previous one. Thanks. I was saying, so both for people, for our staff, not only the international staff that has difficulties, but even, for example, from our Palestinian staff from Ramallah, that was really normal in the past to go to Gaza and meet colleagues and do work, and this is not possible anymore. We don't have permits for that anymore. Also, the goods, it's heavily bureaucratic. But at the same time, another thing that I want to mention is if you think that our own staff, the frontliners, let's say, is as severely affected by the war as the rest of the general population. This is really difficult to explain that the people assisting other families, etc., our WeWorld staff in the Gaza Strip themselves, they have been displaced so many times. So it's really important also for us as an organization to try to support them as much as possible. to protect them because the security context is not the easiest, obviously. And really to be there for them because everything that we can do and that you can see in the slide, we can do only thanks to them. Next slide, please. Um, Very briefly, we try to combine both the life-saving interventions, which is unfortunately what has been, needed and the most part of our work in the past 2 years and a half. But with, an attention to sustainability using community-based delivery models, with an attention to integration of different interventions to be able to be holistic, let's say, in a way, in the services that we try to provide. Obviously, in such a context is not the easiest thing to do, but we do try. And with attention to sustainability and, let's say, transitioning as soon as possible, as soon as the context allows to early recovery. Next slide, please. Um, I hope this is not too technical, but let me just try to tell you how we are planning, let's say, for the next year. Right now, we are still in really emergency life-saving assistance mode. The shelters are still very much overcrowded. There is a lot of rubble. There is a lot of displacement sites. There's still up to now they don't have the basic services, so we are still delivering that. But we are hoping with stability, hopefully, of the ceasefire, to be able to transition in the second part of the year to at least start some early recovery. That means like rehabilitating, for example, pipes to connect people to water instead of just, delivering directly to their home bottles of water. So this is quite important, and we are hoping to be able to do that with your support. The support of our donors helps us really to maintain this continuity and really transition from this like purely emergency mode to something more sustainable. Next, please. Next, please. Thank you. The contribution of our donors really is a direct help to children and family. First of all, to survive like today, as I just said, but also to start thinking of how to rebuild tomorrow. Just to mention like two of our biggest sectors, water. Uh, your help can support us to rebuild water networks and reduce the dependency on life-saving trucking of water. So to repair sanitation networks, these interventions are really life-saving in that also they ensure like health as well, hygiene. It's really important in overcrowded settings. And in education, really, I can say that the learning, this is obviously like the most important thing. We have children that have been out of school for over 2 years and a half, but at the same time, psychosocial protection, as also Fadi was saying, being able to create safe spaces, not only to learn, but also to regain some of the routine, to recover a little bit, to take time to play in a more protected space. This is absolutely essential for the well-being of children.